With drastic changes in the supply chain, extreme weather, and labor shortages this fall and winter, obtaining basic products in supermarkets could pose significant challenges. These factors have severely affected the production and distribution of certain foods. The production and distribution of certain foods may face severe disruptions, potentially resulting in significant shortages on store shelves. In this video, we will tell you about 12 essential products that are at risk of disappearing from shelves so that you can prepare in time and avoid the difficulties of last minute. Having a well-stocked pantry will be essential in the coming months, since many of these foods may not only be in short supply, but could also suffer a significant increase in prices. Coffee, one of the most consumed beverages in the world, faces an unprecedented crisis due to extreme climate changes and a lack of labor in producing regions. Countries like Brazil and Colombia, which are the largest coffee producers, are experiencing climatic phenomena, such as freezing droughts and floods that have had a negative impact on quality and quantity of coffee beans. In addition, the pandemic has caused a reduction in the availability of workers for the harvest, which has slowed down production and increased costs. This combination of factors will make coffee beans scarce in the coming months, which will inevitably result in a significant increase in prices if you are a coffee lover. We advise you to stock up as soon as possible. You could also consider purchasing unroasted green coffee beans, as they have a much longer shelf life than roasted coffee. You could also explore other sources of caffeine, such as tea or mate, that can be an excellent alternative to maintain your energy levels. Canned tomatoes are a fundamental ingredient in many kitchens around the world. They serve as the foundation for various culinary preparations such as sauces, stews, and soups, making them an indispensable product. However, this fall and winter, we could see a shortage of canned tomatoes due to a combination of factors that affect both agricultural and industrial production. On the one hand, adverse weather conditions have reduced tomato harvests in key regions such as California and Spain, which are large producers. On the other hand, canning factories are facing disruptions due to a lack of staff and problems in the distribution system. The pandemic has forced many factories to operate at reduced capacity due to a shortage of staff, resulting in a reduction in the production of many canned products, including tomatoes, a staple in many kitchens. We recommend stocking up before the shortage intensifies and prices escalate. Keeping a few extra cans in the pantry will ensure you never run out of this essential ingredient. Many kitchens use ground beef as a staple due to its versatility in a wide range of dishes, including burgers, meatballs, and stews. However, a shortage of ground beef may occur in these months due to various factors affecting the meat industry, one of which is the shortage of workers in slaughterhouses and meat processing plants. The pandemic has forced many of these facilities to operate with fewer staff, resulting in reduced production capacity and interruptions. Problems in the supply chain have made it difficult to transport meat to supermarkets, resulting in some shelves remaining empty. As these problems worsen, we are likely to see a decrease in the availability of ground meat and an increase in its price to prevent running out of this essential ingredient. We advise you to stock up on ground meat now. You can freeze and store it for several months, ensuring a constant supply of this product for your favorite recipes. 4 canned fish products, including tuna and sardines, are available. The dilated are an affordable and easy-to-store source of protein. These products are especially popular in times of scarcity as they have a long shelf life and do not require refrigeration. However, several factors impacting both fishing and production could seriously affect the availability of canned fish in the coming months. Firstly, overfishing and changes in marine ecosystems are reducing fish populations, leading to a decrease in catches. Secondly, factories processing and canning the fish are facing disruptions due to staff shortages and logistical issues. If you regularly consume canned fish, it's advisable to stock up on a few extra cans to prevent any shortages in the upcoming months. It will ensure you have a reliable source of protein throughout the fall and winter. 5 canned soups are a convenient and comforting option for cold fall and winter days. They are easy to prepare. Problems in the production and distribution of canned soups could quickly deplete supermarket shelves in the coming months, despite their long shelf life and convenience for those lacking time or energy to cook. The factories that produce these products have been facing a series of challenges, ranging from a lack of labor to a shortage of key ingredients. Additionally, transportation issues have delayed the arrival of these cans to supermarkets, leading to a decrease in the availability of canned soups. It is recommended, start stocking up now. Having enough cans at home will ensure you're always a quick and comforting option for meals. Even if store shelves are empty, rice is one of the world's most consumed foods and an essential ingredient. In many kitchens, however, we could face a shortage of rice this fall and winter due to disruptions in the international trade and a lack of labor in producing regions. Countries such as India and Thailand, which are large rice exporters, have imposed restrictions on export to guarantee domestic supply, which has reduced the availability of rice in global markets. In addition, changes in diets and the growing demand for non-perishable foods have increased pressure on rice production if this is a staple food in your country. Home. You may want to stock up now before the shortage worsens. Rice has a long shelf life and is easy to store, so having a few extra bags in your pantry will ensure you don't run out of this essential ingredient in the coming months. 7. Flour. It is another of the products that could become scarce in the coming months. During the pandemic, many people started baking at home, which led to a shortage of flour. The increase in demand for flour has placed significant pressure on factories already handling flour in the supply chain, primarily due to labor shortages and transportation issues. Extreme weather in several regions of the world has affected wheat crops, the main ingredient in flour. Droughts and torrential rains have reduced crop yields, leading to a decrease in flour production. If you enjoy baking or using flour in your daily recipes, it is advisable to plan ahead and stock up on this product. Flour has a relatively long shelf life if stored correctly, so having a few extra bags at home will allow you to continue enjoying your favorite recipes. Even if finding flour becomes challenging in the next 8 months, pasta remains one of the most popular and versatile non-perishable foods available. Extreme weather conditions, such as droughts and torrential rains, have severely affected wheat crops, the main ingredient of pasta, resulting in reduced yields in key production regions like the United States and Europe. As a result, the availability of wheat for pasta production has decreased. In addition, the high demand for non-perishable foods during the pandemic has put additional pressure on pasta production, which has led some supermarkets to stay out of stock. If you are a pasta lover, it is a good idea to make sure you have enough to avoid running out of this food in the coming months. Durum wheat pasta has a longer shelf life than other types of pasta, making it an excellent option to store in your pantry. Powdered milk is a basic product in many pantries since it has a long shelf life and is easy to store. However, the shortage of fresh milk due to a combination of climatic factors and supply chain problems has affected the production of powdered milk. Droughts have reduced the availability of water for livestock, which has affected milk production in several regions of the world, as well as the factories that process milk powder, which are facing disruptions due to labor shortages and transportation issues. If you use powdered milk in your home, make sure you have a stockpile before the shortage worsens. Having a supply of powdered milk in your pantry will ensure you always have a dairy source available. Even if fresh produce becomes scarce in the coming months, droughts and other extreme weather phenomena have caused a shortage of fresh milk, which in turn has affected butter production. In addition, logistical problems and the lack of labor in factories have reduced production. Butter production capacity. If you're a regular butter consumer, we recommend stocking up on butter now. You can freeze and store butter for several months, ensuring you always have this product on hand for your recipes. Keeping a stock of butter at home will ensure you never run out of this crucial component. Even if supermarket shelves empty in the coming months, 11 sugar is an essential product in many kitchens. But we could face a shortage this autumn and winter due to problems in cane and sugar and beet production. Adverse weather conditions such as droughts and floods have reduced harvests in key producing regions such as Brazil and India. This has resulted in a decrease in the availability of sugar on global markets, potentially leading to price hikes and shortages in supermarkets. Additionally, factories processing sugar are experiencing disruptions due to labor shortages and supply chain issues. If you use sugar regularly in your home, make sure you have a reserve to avoid running out of this ingredient. Having a few extra bags in the pantry will ensure that you will always have sugar available for your recipes and drinks. Even if the shortage worsens, 12. The decline in bee populations, essential for pollinating honey-producing plants, has affected honey production in recent years, despite honey being a natural product with a long shelf life and an excellent alternative to refined sugar. Climate change, pesticide use, and habitat loss have reduced the number of bees in many regions of the world, affecting honey production. In addition, interruptions in the supply chain have made it difficult to transport honey to markets, which has caused a decrease in the availability of this product if you are a consumer. Honey has a practically indefinite shelf life if stored correctly, so having a few extra bottles at home will ensure that you will always have this natural sweetener available. Even if the shortage worsens in the coming months, it is important to be proactive and prepare for these possible shortages. Having a well-stocked pantry will not only help you better cope with the most difficult months of the year, but will also allow you to avoid paying high prices or dealing with a lack of essential products. Be prepared and stay informed.